Hi, welcome to our second group project video in Teaching English for Young Learners class. So, in this video, we will report an interview result that we have done before. And this is the context of this school. So, we have interviewed a primary school teacher. Her name is Juliana SD Agraminisi SPD, mathematics teaching assistant to 4th grade students, using English as a medium of instruction. And she has been teaching at Mountain View Christian School, Salatiga, for 6 years. Then, let's talk about the background of the interview. First, there are 6 questions as shown in the slide. 1. What kind of activities that are conducted to cater children's various learning style? 2. What kind of task and lesson that can teach students about content and other skills? 3. What kind of group activities that are conducted to improve children's communication and cooperative skills? 4. How do the activities affect children with different styles of learning? 5. How effective are the tasks and the lessons? And 6. How can the group activities can make them learn communication and cooperative skills? Then, the reason why we make these questions are because it is in line with the project goals. There are: first, to understand how the concept of the approaches, methods, techniques are implemented in a real teaching context. Second, to identify the gap between the theory and practice. Then the last, to figure out some solutions to close the existing gap in a particular context.
The first area that we are going to talk about is cooperative language learning. The slides will answer the questions that have been shown in the previous slides, which talk about the activities, the effects, and then we will compare with the theory and the practice. The first question: what kind of group activities that are conducted to improve children's communicative and cooperative skills? Ms. Hasti always gives group activities called 5-a-day activity, in which the children will be given 5 questions to do as a homework, and then they need to master the process and the calculations of it. Then in the next day, they will be grouped up and they need to explain to their friends how to solve the problems using English. The students will then compile the answers and then will answer the questions to the whole class. Throughout the activities, the teacher will only work as a facilitator. This means that the teacher will only direct them towards the goal of the lesson and provide materials without much interfering the process of making up answers and meaning in the group activity. In the next slide, we will find the similarities of it with the theory based on Lessons Book of Techniques and Principles in Language Teaching, Chapter 11. The principles that can be found in the practice are: children are encouraged to think in terms of positive interdependence. In group works, they have their own expertise, so that is why every member is accountable to contribute in answering questions, and this maximizes the cooperations between students as they think their partners are important and contributive enough. The second thing, language acquisition is facilitated through interactions in target language. We think that the communication will always use English so that the teacher will provide a list of necessary words to be used in the discussions. Therefore, not only learning content, they also learn about the English grammar and also vocabularies. And the last thing, teacher is the facilitator of learning for the students, as we already stated in the first answer. The second question, what kind of group activities that are conducted to improve children's communicative and cooperative skills? In the group work activity, they need to communicate with each other to give and correct each other's answers, which means they try to negotiate meaning with each other in communication. This can improve cooperative skills as they try to compromise and understand each other. Next, they are required to speak up about their answers to the teacher and their peers. This is to habituate them in using English as in their interaction by speaking to the whole class and also increase their confidence in speaking. Last, we will talk about the gap that can be found between the theory and the practice. One principle that we think may not be implemented well in the practice is the activity does not really develop critical thinking of the students because the task is being brought home. There may be help from other people, such as their family, and they will also search the answer from the internet. As they get the answers easily, they will only copy without understanding the calculation method first. Therefore, as stated by Walker and White in 2013, there's a possibility that children act like they understand the lesson to the teacher and the teacher fail to realize the children's problem.
Okay, hi guys, next it's my turn for share or tell all of you about our next method that Miss Hesti used in her class. The method is CBI. But first, sorry if my voice different because my throat is hurt and I have a cold. So CBI is a content-based instruction, and in here I found 2 questions and answers that related with the theory. First is what kind of task and lesson that can teach students about content and other skills. The answer that I got are listen and watch video and showing example of a problem and how to solve it. The second is how effective are the tasks and lessons. In here, the teachers say that using a video as a tool is totally helpful. And by watching a video from teacher, it's really helped them to get a new experience. Next is principle that can be seen. Students can study not just from teacher. Then, students learn new vocab through listening a video. Students learn how to solve a problem that teacher gives. So, in the future, they have encouraged for solve it at outside. Then, students get new experience from watching video because in the video there is different teacher that teach them. And the last is the gap that can be found between the theory and the practice. In task and lesson activity, teachers have different ways that is having them watching a video so they can visualize that what actually it meant. Actually, in the theories, teacher can use like role play, do an experiment, or an analogies.
Hello, in here I will share the results of my research and interviews with Mrs. Hesti relating to multiple intelligence theory. Multiple intelligence itself is intelligence that can be interpreted as a person's ability to solve a problem by developing many strategies. From the results, I can find two questions that have answers according to multiple intelligence theory. The first is, what kind of activities that are conducted to cater children's various learning style? Activities that can be done to meet a variety of children's learning styles are group activity college centers, which is the students have stations, and in each stations there will be a different activities that our students may have. The different activities is like building block center, enrichment, problem solving, asking and answer stations. In the group, students will work together with some friends. In a group, they will be assigned to each station. The students will practice the learning strategy with their groups and use English to communicate. Then, they will write down the answer or present it in front of the class. The teacher only helps students to use new strategies in learning. From here, I found principles that can be seen from the learning process, such as students will learn to use certain strategies to achieve academic success. Students become independent figures in the learning process. Group activities are planned to maximize students in learning the strategies used. This activity is used to improve their abilities, both academically and socially. In addition to teach language, teachers must also teach learning. For the second question, how do activities affect children with the different learning styles? According to the results of the interview that I got, children are required to develop their intelligence by discussing with their friends while working on tasks in group. Moreover, they will learn to use new strategies to solve problems with their groups. But unfortunately, there is no gap that I found between the theory and the practice. Okay, that's for me.
This is the conclusion that we have. And this is a suggestion from us to improve the teaching process. So, this is the end of our video. Thanks for watching.